Well, we're out bow fishing and we hopped up on the bank and we're walking around not having any luck, but I did find this little guy. So this is a Dryads Saddle. This is one of the few mushrooms you can find in early spring. It is edible. The thing with this mushroom is it gets pretty big. You'll see these sometimes as big as like 18 inches across. But when they get that big, it's edible, but they're really too tough to enjoy like you would a mushroom. Some people cut them into thin strips and fry them till they're crispy and eat them like a chip, or grind them into a powder and use them as a seasoning. Personally, when I've tried the grinding into a powder, it never tasted really strong enough to be worth it. But when they're small like this, this is when you can eat them like a mushroom. So these are the perfect size. And actually, if you look down here at the base, see this tiny little stump? This is really what you want when they're that size. Now, this is a tiny version. Sometimes you'll see that shape, but it'll be about 5 times larger than that. That's what you really look for. But see how that shape is right there before it's unfurled? That's the best condition to harvest them in. So maybe if we got here a day and a half ago, 2 days ago, these would have been in that shape. That's okay, because they're still gonna be a nice edible size like this. So we're gonna take these back and cook them up this evening. Ideally, we'd have them from a place that's a little less dirty, but it is what it is. Cool thing about these mushrooms though, they have a cucumber smell. Now, I'm not sure what the discoloration is on the bottom. This is a young mushroom. I think it's dirt. I think it's just gotten dirt off the ground, so that'll wash off. We'll clean it. Well, it's been 3 days since I got these Dryads Saddle. Had some family over at the house and time got away and I never got them cooked. So I'm gonna try just a thin little strip or maybe a thin slice and just cook it on some butter on the griddle and see if this comes out tasting like something delicious. I did take a knife and just scrape the entire mushroom. It kind of got black all over it, but all the inside tissue is really nice. The outside kind of, I don't know if it's oxidizing or what it is, but it kind of turns black on the outside. You can see on this one on the tips how it just started to kind of turn, but you can just scrape it and you've got nice fresh mushroom underneath. So these are good enough. Ideally they would have been a little younger, but one of the things I'll do when I'm going to cook a mushroom is just feel it. When you feel it, you can tell, it kind of gives you a clue as to how it's going to cook. And I'm a little concerned these are going to be rubbery, because it really doesn't take very much age at all for this mushroom to get rubbery. And then we'll try this guy. We'll try him by cutting them at different angles. I should get a feel for exactly where the mushroom gets tough. Now this one got real tough down here at the base, so I'm just gonna throw this stuff out. And if that one was tough, this one's probably gonna be really tough. But let's try this one, kind of the same way as the last one. Yeah, it's very woody there, so we'll just get rid of that chunk and just put a little butter on the griddle and see how they cook. What you guys are doing? Yeah, I'd say they look like they're ready to turn. A little bit of butter on there. And it just, well, it makes everything taste good. So, if I'm experimenting with a mushroom, I'll a lot of times just throw a little butter on it just to get a feel for kind of the baseline flavor. I'd say we're done. Moment of truth. You ready, AJ?
Uh-huh.
Let's try it. Try some Dryads Saddle.
Alright.
And we'll see if the different pieces have different
So I guess I'll go for a similar piece
Yeah.
to what you got.
Oh, hey. Pretty good. That one.
That one was,
Second one wasn't as good. But definitely the older ones, the bigger ones here we cut are chewy. That one's not good.
this one's okay. It's tender.
This one's good. Okay, I see. I think the hardness, like the mature part of the mushroom, is the base of the stem, and it forms through the center of the mushroom. This outer part of the mushroom was tender, but then there's like a circle in the center that wasn't tender. So if I had sliced off the outside here, we'd have probably gotten good mushroom. But like this part right here, not good. But out here, very tender. These little strips. Little strips are good. This one's like a potato chip. I'll bet that'll be good. Yeah. It is good where we fried them up so they toasted and got crunchy. That is nice. So
Yeah.
I could definitely see trying that again. I don't think that's going to solve the problem of a really firm mushroom, but I'm open to trying it.
Yeah.
What do you think of the flavor of them?
I thought for only having butter on them, I thought they were pretty good. I mean, it didn't taste bad. The ones that did taste bad, their flavor was still pretty good. They just had a bad texture and consistency.
Would you say rubbery?
I'd say definitely rubbery,
No.
yeah. But the other ones, they could either be crunchy or just kind of tender and easy to eat.
It's a little bit of a bland mushroom. It's
Yeah.
not a very strong flavor. Here's my takeaway from this. The condition of the mushrooms that I harvested, which would be the first batch I harvested in the video, those were probably right on the edge where they were almost too big. The biggest one you saw in that picture was it had some edible parts, but you had to trim the center core out. The smaller ones were good. It's not hard to ID when it's young. It doesn't have any poisonous lookalikes. Just be, I don't know. Just be cool, man. What do you think, AJ?
I thought they were pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Not bad. Better than a morel. Huh. Nah, I'm just kidding.